Hey, welcome back to my garage. So today, we're going to be doing a spark plug and spark plug wire change. I went to do my spark plugs the other day, and I was going to rerun these Screaming Eagle spark plug wires. The problem is, I yanked the connector straight out of the one. Now, since I had only planned on replacing the spark plugs, I didn't actually buy any cables ahead of time. When I went to go find them, I wanted to rerun these Screaming Eagle 10 mils because I really like the way that they look. My issue is, since on this bike, I did a tank lift, wire tuck, and coil relocation, these are not the factory size coils for my Sportster. I'm not even sure what they're off of. So the thing is, when I originally bought these, I bought them from DK Customs. The issue is, they're only able to sell these with their coil relocation kit because of however they have it done through Harley. So I said, let's go right to the source. Now I ended up taking a trip to the local Harley dealer. When I went to try to find these, the issue is I'm not sure what these cables would have come off of. Now online on the forums, I read Rocker C cables will fit. So I decided to ask and see if they had those. Now of course they had them, but they had to order them. And with all this going on, they aren't actually able to get them in from their supplier. And I didn't want to wait. I'm trying to ride this thing ASAP. Because every minute my bike is down is 1 minute potentially I lost in riding. And that just don't work for me. So I ended up getting online and checking DK Customs website. And they do sell spark plug wires. And the nice thing about it is they're sized to fit, especially Sportsters with the relocation, since they supply the relocation, right? So the cables I ended up ordering are the Taylor 409s ready to install. You do not need to cut these and reattach the connector and whatever bullshit comes with getting universal cables, right? So if you've never done spark plugs and wires before and you're looking to do it, this video will show you how to do it. Just remember, when you order cables for a Sportster, unless you have the relocation kit installed, your cables are going to be a lot longer, and the coil is going to be located right up here by where your key's at. So this is not going to be a DIY instructional video on how to replace spark plugs and wires. It's pretty self-explanatory, but if you're not sure and you want to learn, go ahead and follow along. You should be able to figure this out just by watching me do it. Now I will tell you, you only need a handful of tools for this. This is what you need. You're gonna go ahead and need, of course, 2 spark plugs for the bike. I just buy the Harley cheapos because whatever. You're also gonna need a set of spark plug cables. Now again, I'm running the Taylor. They're 10.4 millimeter. These are racing plugs. I don't actually need them. I just like the way the thicker plugs look. You can also get the Screaming Eagle 10 millimeters. They look cool too, or just buy the factory ones if your bike's relatively stock. That's all you really need. Now as far as tools go, you gotta need a wrench. I'm using a 3/8 drive. You're also gonna need a 5/8 spark plug socket. Now, a way you can tell the spark plug sockets, I don't know if you can actually see, but inside there's a little rubber O-ring or some sort of cushioning. This prevents you from busting the porcelain off these things when you go to turn them out. Now if you don't have one, I've done it before with a normal deep well socket. You just need to be careful not to let that shit pivot when you're turning it. Even if you would break the porcelain while extracting the plug, it really doesn't matter because you can still get on the nut itself. So, you know, if you don't got it, make do. It's always a way. The last thing you're gonna need is a gapping tool. I had already gapped these spark plugs beforehand, and I'm too lazy to go get my gapping tool just to show you guys again. Pretty self-explanatory. Pick one up. I'm set at 4 thousandths. Pretty sure that's what it calls for. I think it's like 36 thousandths to 42 thousandths or something. I just set this shit at 40. That's how I do it. Feel free to look it up online and find the actual spec, or it should be listed in your owner's manual if you have one. All right, now that we're through that, let's get this party started and pull these suckers out. So of course, the first thing I'm gonna do is remove the old spark plug wires. This is the one with the busted connector. This fucking shit's junk. This one is still good, a little old. Pro tip, I'm gonna hold on to it just in case something happens and I'm in a pinch like this again. Now I at least have a replacement plug to keep me going until I can get a new one to actually replace it. So come here and let's check out the issue that I had to start with, because I'm gonna need to show you something. So right here, this is the busted connector, which is the root of my problems. before removing this plug, I'm gonna go ahead and pull that connector off. Alright, so that's out the way. Let's go ahead and get these plugs out. Now while I'm doing this, let me ask you, who all here got a Sportster with a coil relocation similar to this, or any aftermarket one at all? What kind of spark plug cables you running? You got a certain company you like, or you just using whatever you get your hands on? Go ahead and drop it down in the comments below and let me know. Now if you do have it too, let me know where you get it at, man. Somebody else might be running into the same exact problem as well. Maybe they can read your comment and it'll help them out a little bit. Now, I don't know if it's picking it up on camera, but this bike is fucking filthy. But it wouldn't be dirty floggings if it was clean. Now another thing you're going to want to do when you replace these is go ahead and just check out your spark plugs. What you want to look at is the color and condition of the plugs. Now if you don't already know what they mean, go ahead and find it online. There's plenty of resources, but this can tell you all kinds of things. As if your bike's running lean, rich, you have an oil leak, it can tell you all kinds of conditions. And it's definitely worth taking a look at. Fucking already there anyways, right? Now there might be a torque spec you're supposed to torque these plugs to. All I do is snug them up. These do not need to be put in super tight. Once you feel it bottom, a little bit more pressure, and that's all you need to do. Anything more than that's overkill, and I've never had an issue, even with cars, tighten them up in this manner. Right there's bottomed out. Just a little bit more. That's all it takes. And carefully remove your wrench so you don't bust the porcelain. And voila, new plugs are in. Now one thing I forgot to grab that I normally always do is put a little dielectrode grease on these. Not much, just a little bit. Now you can normally get the grease at AutoZone, Pep Boys, anything like that. Normally at the front counter it comes in a little tiny ketchup-like looking packet. It's not that expensive and it's worth getting. I'm actually going to take this bike out quick and I'm probably going to run up to the local one and grab some. I'll throw it on while I'm there real quick. Let's get these plugs on. And just like that, plugs are changed. Alright, look, check this out. If you've never worked on anything before, but you want to do this yourself and save a couple bucks, it's not that hard, I promise you. You can mess this up, but it's pretty hard to. I mean, you need to not have any common sense at all. Now, as far as price goes, I think from Harley, the plugs cost $4 a piece, maybe $3. They're not that expensive. You're looking at $6 to $10 for spark plugs through Harley, right? So the spark plug wires for the Taylor 409s, I paid $25 off DK Customs and then $10 priority shipping because that was the cheapest they offered. As far as the tools go, like I just mentioned, a spark plug gapping tool should be like 99 cents to $2. If you don't have a wrench and socket set, I mean, buy what you can afford, man. Run up to the Harbor Fraud, and I'm sure you can get a kit pretty cheap. They might even sell the individual ratchets and sockets. So check it out. And the thing is, with tools, you buy them and then you have them for next time too. I would suggest if you've never done anything, but you want to learn how to work on your own stuff, this is a perfect project for you to start with. Just be careful, take your time, and it's not that hard. This whole process, without trying to film it and all that crap, probably takes about 5 minutes tops. Not that tricky, and then you build the confidence to keep trying other projects. It also makes you feel good, manly, that you just worked on your own stuff. Even if it's as simple as this, everybody starts somewhere. Now, I know this video might have been a little boring, but if you enjoyed it or learned anything, do your boy a favor and smack that thumbs up. If you want to see more like this or follow me with all the other junk that I may do, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can keep up when I drop new stuff. And on that note, I'm going to go run to the parts store quick and get this dielectric grease before my boy gets up. Hope y'all have a good day. I'll see you next time.